So based on what we see here, let's check, is this the app router or is the page router? If it's the page router, that will be a big disappointment. We will continue with it, but I know nothing about the page router. Okay, it looks like it's an app router, as you can see, guys. Okay, with a ShadCN component folder already here, guys. I think we are good to go and I'm happy with this. Okay, so I think the only thing that we need to do, let's see, let's go to the page. Okay, in the app, let's go to the page, and in the page, now I forgot a lot of things. Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, meaning that we are done with the setup. Okay, so what is it that we are doing? We are preparing the page. The reason why I'm asking myself, I want to see, I don't think this is going to work. I was going to take these timestamps, let's say 2711. This is what I was going to do. Since I'm very poor in timestamps, I was just going to write here, of which I don't think it's going to work, guys. Okay, I was going to write something like this, and then maybe saying page setup. Okay, I was going to experiment on it, but I can see it's not going to work. It's going to waste more of your time. Okay, I just have to see how do I improve on creating timestamp. Okay, so let's continue, guys. So what I want to do now, I want to clean this page, but in cleaning this page, I just want to save this button. I hope you get that one. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's look for in this code. Let's see this. It's next to Twitter. Okay, let's see. Let me just let me also zoom in case you don't see properly. Okay, let me just get here, find, and let me just type to Twitter. Okay, I thought there will be an icon there with the name of Twitter. This is GitHub. It's a link. Where is Twitter? Okay, my apologies about that, guys. So this is GitHub. Where is a Twitter thing? Documentation. Oh, am I on the right place? I've got a variant. This is interesting. Page layout. Okay, and that's all. Accessible, customize. Yes. All right. Let's see. I'm on the first page. This is a link. Okay, cool. Let me just delete this and see what will happen. Click save. Let's see what will disappear. Am I on the right place? Nothing disappears. Okay, link target blank and GitHub. Where is the other component? Is there any other component? Not really. Okay, let me just do this, guys. Highlight everything. RFCE, my apologies about this, and then let me just type test and let's see what will happen. Okay, now I see. Okay, so this is more like there is a layout, guys. So what I'm looking for is not in this page. Okay, obviously it's here. That means it's on the layout now. Okay, cool, interesting. So let's go to the layout, and then in the layout, let's check where is it. It's supposed to be here. Okay, as you can see, guys, there are also theme provider. There is a site header here. Okay, let's just go back to see, is there anything which this layout and site header is going to help us with? No, guys, because we are going to create our own. Okay, so the only thing that we want here, let's just remove this. Okay, if we want the light and dark mode button, we can go to definition. We know where it is. It's somewhere here. Okay, we can just take it from here. This is Twitter and this is the theme toggle, so we can just come and copy this one here. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do, we just need to come here. We remove the site header. We don't really need it. What else? There is something that wraps the children here. Where is the body? Here is the body. Here they've got okay, I'm not going to change a lot of things. I don't want to confuse you, so I will leave some other things here. Okay, I don't want to do a lot of. So now here we have removed the site header and I'm happy with that. and I don't think I like this styling. Flex min, h screen, and flex column. I don't think I need it. Okay, this is a corresponding div. What else? This one has got a flex of 1. I don't really need it here. Okay, so for now, this is the only thing that I am going to change. Let's go back here. As you can see, guys, now we've got this actual page. Okay, so I think we're getting there, guys. You have managed to get here. I'm proud of you. So now, guys, let's get into the actual coding. Okay, we are using Tailwind CSS here. So the first thing that I do, and it helps me, is that I always save my colors. Okay, I don't always type my colors. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to choose the yellow color as primary. Why not the black color as a dominant one? Number one, black, it's like, what can I say? It's more like a default color. Okay, it cannot be some sort of a primary color. So the reason why I'm choosing yellow, it's simply because of this identity. Okay, I'm assuming that the company's identity system, there is this yellow. Okay, so I'm choosing that as a primary color. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me just create a shape here so that I can take this color. Okay, and then I'm going to press Ctrl D. Okay, and I'm going to choose what? I can choose black as a secondary color. Okay, can choose black as a secondary color. And what else? Let's see. Let's choose this light gray. Okay, Control D. Let's choose this light gray as a tertiary color. Okay, I think that is it. Other colors, for the sake of simplicity, we can just copy them and paste them. Okay, even here I'm just showing you the best way to go about it. So what does that mean? This means that now we need to push these colors or to feed them into the system so that the system can use these colors. Okay, I hope you get that one. So how are we going to do that? Let me just copy this. Please note that there is no hash symbol there. Okay, which is we will need it here. So I am going to go to Tailwind config. Okay, let's look for a file here which is Tailwind config. Okay, this is TypeScript Tailwind config. Let's check here. So inside Tailwind config, as you can see, there is extend, there is colors, there is borders. So here I am going to type here app primary. My apologies about that. App primary. Okay, as you can see, guys, what I'm doing, I'm going to paste that color and I'm going to put the hash symbol here, as you can see, and I must put a comma here. Okay, that means this is our first color. Why am I putting app here, not just primary? Simply because, guys, okay, we've got some other libraries like ShadCN. We've got a lot of UI variables in this application. Okay, maybe it might happen ShadCN or Tailwind, they have got something like this. Check here, guys. Okay, so this might be a conflict. Okay, you can't just have primary is a very common word. Okay, it's not necessarily a system default or whatever, or a reserved word, but it's very common in the design and coding industry. Okay, so a lot of libraries, they are using this word. So I'm deciding to use app primary to make sure that this is very, very unique. Okay, there is no conflict in terms of style. So I'm going to come here and copy this and make it app secondary. Okay, app secondary. I hope now you get it. Okay, as you can see, app secondary, and then I'm going to make another one as app tertiary. Okay, tertiary. Okay, let me put a comma as well, and I'm going to copy this. Okay. Okay, now let's go to best practices and the best way to do things. Let me type here dry principle. That's what we are applying. Let's see what it says. Don't repeat yourself. It's a DRY. It's a principle of software development aimed at reducing repetition of information, which is likely to change. Okay, so what we have done now, we have just decided to, let's say, globally declare these variables so that we can just use them in the code without typing them. Okay, maybe when we type these, always we might make some mistakes, and let's say we've got more than 1,000 screens. If we want to change the theme or we want to change something, we are going to change this once here and it's going to change everywhere. That's dry. Okay, do not repeat yourself. Okay, what else? I'm done with this. So let's go back here and let's test. What I want to do here, I want to put a class name. Okay, and let me just put an age of 20 and a height of 20. Okay, just to create a block. Okay, and a width of 20. My apologies about that. Sorry. All right, age 20, class name. Okay, class name age 20 should replace the size. Class name is age could be replaced with size 20. Shortened. No, I don't want the shortened. I think I like the Tailwind way of doing things. Yes. Okay, so let's see BG. Okay, let's take app. As you can see, guys, BG app primary. Let's save and check. Okay, go back here. Okay, as you can see, guys, our colors are working. So we are done setting up the colors once and for all. Okay, so let's go back to the mockup. Okay, let's go back to the mockup. Where is the mockup? Here is the mockup. So what's the first thing to do here? Okay, we've got a very dark background. Okay, and for me, I can assume, or let me assume that this is going to be like this through the entire application. So when we click on activity, this is going to change as well. Okay, when we click, this data will change, but the background will remain dark. So it's very important to put this in a layout, okay, so that we can put this background once and for all for the entire application, instead of in the page where I am, put the dark color. When I'm getting into another page, put the dark color. So we are still sticking on the dry principles. Okay, so I will leave this one for now. Let's go to the layout. Okay, here is the layout. What I want to do, these are the children. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to wrap these. Okay, let me see what is going on here. What are they doing here? They are not doing any color. BG background, I don't think I need this. Okay, I don't like this. I don't want any parent to style the color. Okay, so let's create a div here. Okay, let's put the children here. Okay, in this layout, it looks like all the pages will pass through it. Treat it like some sort of, what can I say, I'm not sure, it's a tunnel. Every car will move in here. Okay, and we want to make the color of this tunnel dark. Okay, so let's it's dark inside the tunnel anyway. So let's see. So class name, let's just put a very noticeable red. Okay, first, just to check if is there any change in the code. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, but obviously the width of it is not screen. We want it to fit the entire container width, and this must be screen the entire height. Okay, if that has worked, then we need to change this color. BG app secondary check here, guys, how easy this is. Okay, as you can see, we are done with this. Okay, I am happy with this. So that means I have changed the background once and for all. Okay, I won't have to come back and paste this color. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's just quickly test the what can I say, the I apologize about that, the theme. Okay, let's quickly test the theme. Where is that header component? Okay, if I don't see it here, let me just press Ctrl P on Windows and type header, site header. I think it's this one. Okay, here is it, guys. It's inside component. Okay, so this is what I want. Okay, the theme toggler. So let's copy it and paste it maybe next to test, or yes, somewhere here, and then let's import it. Okay, let's just see what will happen. I just want to see our colors, are they going to adapt as well, or they are not going to adapt? But I don't think they will adapt. Okay, so that we can know beforehand. Okay, as you can see, guys, okay, we have changed the theme. Okay, we are changing the theme, but it looks like this dark doesn't change to white. Okay, as you can see, this doesn't change to white. Okay, whereas if we were using like any ShadCN component, let's say a button, it was going to change. Okay, so I hope you get that. So this one, I'm not sure if we need to tackle it now or okay. Let's see. Okay, there is a way in which we can tell the system that this dark is going to be used as a theme color for dark. Okay, let me just quickly do an experiment of that. Remember, I told you I'm not a guy who memorize everything. Okay, in most cases I fiddle just like this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell the system using Tailwind. Okay, this dark. Okay, this BG it will apply on dark. Okay, yes, let's try this. Let's see what will happen. As you can see, guys, now we've got white here and then we've got dark here. So we are also some sort of responding or adapting to what can I say, we are also adapting to the light and dark theme. Okay, so now that we are doing that, can't we go to the drawing board and ask ourselves, okay, if the background is going to be white, what must change here? Okay, so this means that there are some other colors that we need to add. Okay, we need to add, which is these white guys, these colors, or in terms of these colors, the white text, we can use the Tailwind white, which I am assuming the Tailwind white will some sort of default to black. Okay, why don't we test that, okay, to see if it's working before? Okay, so where we are here, what we want to do, let's just quickly test. Next to toggle, I am going to have a text. Let's just put a p tag there. Okay, change the color. Okay, let's see. So what we are going to do, we are going to get into class name text. Let's give this a text of white. Okay, so I'm assuming since this is a Tailwind color, not our own some sort of created color, okay, we don't need to put text dark whatever. Okay, I'm just testing. So is this going to adapt to black on a different theme? Let's check and see. This is a dark theme, it's supposed to be white. On a white theme, I was assuming it's going to be black, but as you can see, guys, it looks like even though it's a Tailwind color, it does not change. Okay, so the best way to go about it, let's just stick to those dark and light. Okay, so I hope you get that one. So what we are going to do, we are going to go back here to Tailwind, sorry, to Figma. Here on Figma we need a white color. Okay, that will change to black. Okay, so let's go to our Tailwind config, because white is white anyway. So let's go to our Tailwind config, and then we are going to add here. Okay, this is going to be text app text. Is this necessary? No, guys, this is not necessary. My apologies about that. Check here. Okay, what we can do instead. This is the same color white. Okay, what we can do, we can just type here light, I think, and then this will be applied only on light mode. Okay, and in terms of dark, okay, let's do it like that. In terms of dark, I want to apply our text dash app primary. Okay, I think this will do. As you can see, we didn't have to create an unnecessary variable which was not going to solve the problem. The reason why I do away with that, it's not going to solve the problem, so it's an unnecessary added code. So let's go back here, guys. As you can see now, on white it's black. Let's see what we have done in the code. It has to change now to white here. Is my light to text white? Maybe what have I done? Okay, we've got text. It's going to be secondary. Okay, let me just see. Maybe I made some spelling mistakes. Light and dark mode. Okay, dark, and Tailwind doesn't have light and dark mode. Oh, okay. Now I see. My apologies, guys. Maybe by default it's going to be white. It makes sense, guys. Okay, you don't have to specify light, because automatically it's the opposite of dark. Okay, you see, Tailwind is clever. So here let's just put white. This white will only change on dark. Makes sense. Okay, lesson learned, as you can see, guys. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, we are getting there. So what we need to do now, we need to create our own version of this. Not necessarily all of it, but we want to test what if the background is white now, how this is going to look like. Okay, as you can see, guys. So let's do this. So we need to test some few things. So let's say now the background is white. How is this color going to be? Okay, this button. Control CV, copy and paste this. Why it looks like it's at the back? Let's see. Yes, now it's in front. Okay, so is it going to be cool if we have a button like this? To me, it doesn't look cool. It's look cool here, but it doesn't look cool here. So for me, I think this button, okay, let me just do it this way, guys. Okay, sorry for that. I don't know why this is doing this. Let me just delete this, and then let me just type text here, button. Okay, as you can see, and then I'm going to press Shift A, okay, to create an auto layout, some sort of a layout behind this, and then I'm going to change the color. Okay, and I'm going to change the color to this one. And what is going to be the color of this? Let's change it to white and see. Okay, so so this will be black background, okay, on light theme, the button, and the color will be white. What if maybe the color is primary? Let's just check that, guys. Okay, to me it looks like it's too bright. It's asking for attention unnecessarily. I'm happy with this. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then what else? Let's see, we are having this. Okay, it doesn't have a border at the moment. So how is it going to be on a light theme? Let me copy and paste this button. What's going on here? Okay, let me copy and paste this button. Control CV. Okay, come back here. Okay, things are not moving as I want to, as if something is blocking me. Okay, let me click. My apologies about that. So let me click here and come here, and then let me give a border radius to this. Let's see. Let me put stroke. I don't mind much about the color for now. And in terms of the fill, I don't want it. And in terms of the text color, I want this tertiary here. Okay, obviously this is going to be rounded. Too small. Rounded. Okay, you get the idea, guys. Okay, you get the idea. So I think this can work on light mode. And these ones, okay, these ones we are not going to change them much. Okay, I think they can work on light mode. Let me test that. Control CV, duplicate this as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to crop this. Okay, check here. I'm just going to crop this. Sorry about that. Okay, I want this. Not really. Okay, a lot of things are not going the way I want. I don't know why, guys. Okay, it looks like in my touchpad there is something there that is always disturbing me. Okay, but let's keep it going and keep it flowing like water. Okay, so done with this. Let's take this here. Okay, let me move it up. Okay, so as you can see, guys, okay, on the light mode, okay, this can still look fine. Okay, I don't want to get into like more finer details. At least I've shown you how to go about it. So going forward, you can modify your own components the way you want to. So I was just saying here, this will still look fine and it's going to be readable even on light and dark. So as you can see, guys, I'm happy with this. We've got an idea of how the light is going to be and how the dark theme is going to be. Okay, or maybe let's see, let's try something like this. Maybe let's try something like this. Let's see, I'm just trying. Okay, since this one feels too dark, let's just try this one, guys. Okay, this one is going to be like this. Copy and paste, make some sort of a variation of, let's say, which one is this one is too dark. Okay, push it like this. Okay, much better. Control CV, Control CV. Okay, and let's just sample this dark and make it light a little bit. Let's see. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is light 1, light 2, light 3. Okay, these will be these colors accordingly. So as you can see, guys, this at least conforms to the light theme. Okay, I hope you got that one. So let's get into it. So let's name these colors. Go back to Tailwind config. Okay, so we've got app light 1, app light 1, or can it be app dash? Let's just say light 1. Okay, the dash might give us a problem with Tailwind. Okay, this is the same as app tertiary. Okay, it's fine. Let me name it that way anyhow, even though it's the same. Maybe I can change it a little bit so that it can be too light, so that it cannot be 100% the same. I apologize about that. Okay, cool. And then the other one is going to be app light 2. Okay, and the other one is going to be app light 3. App light 3. All right, guys, as you can see. So let's go back here. Okay, copy this for app light 2. And go back here, copy this for app light 3. Let's click save and see. Okay, so I've got all these colors. Okay, so it looks like we have solved the light and dark theme issue. Okay, other small issues, we will solve them as we go. So here I was just showing you the technique. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Light and dark theme is working. We've got a dark color in the background and we are only changing it in one place and it changes everywhere. I think we are winning. Okay, cool. Now what can we do? Let's go to our, what can I say, to our UI. So what we want to do here, we first want to create the layout. Okay, what do I mean by the layout? I mean we want to create the left section. Maybe I can draw that. Okay, maybe I can draw that. Okay, in a frame. So we've got the left section. Okay, check here guys. Control C, Control V. I hope yes, paste it. We've got the left section and we've got the right section. Okay, so for now this is the only thing that I see and I'm going to only create this. Somebody might ask why it's the only thing that you see and you are going to only create that. Okay, simply because I want to stick to, I'm not sure if in React is the container principle, but I'm trying to stay close to dump components. Okay, I want to create a container that is only a container. Okay, this is a container. It's not the what can I say, it's not the navigation. Okay, it's not the left navigation, it's just only a container, so it will be responsible for the layout things. Okay, so if we can check to our list of I think the solid principle are not there on ChatGPT. Let's go back to solid principles so that we can code. I hope I can get a list. I think this image will help me. Single responsibility. So this container needs to stick to a container. It must be a container and does nothing without except being a container. So as you can see guys, so we're going to have the left panel and the right panel and that's it. So where are we going to do that? Let's go back here in our code. I think I can delete a lot of things here that we don't need. Okay, so this is my main page. Okay, so I think my main page can be responsible for a lot of things that I want to do. Do we need a theme toggler for now? No, we will deal with it later. Do we need this sample? We don't really need it. Okay, so we don't really need it. Okay, so let's create the main. Okay, let's just type here main. This is the main section. Okay, so this main section, okay, it contains, you see this left and right, these guys are inside the main section. Let me do it like this. So treat the white part as the main section. Okay, okay, treat the white part as the main section. These guys are inside the main. So let me show you something. Let me just show you something here, or let me just type dribble here. Okay, let me just type dribble. Can I go to dribble home? I'm just going to show you practically what I mean. Some other things I can't explain, I have to show you. Okay, let's look at the padding. Okay, let's check it here. Okay, as you can see, the padding is the green part, the distance between the edge and edge of the screen and the content. Okay, okay, this will increase, okay, as we increase or decrease the, what can I say, the width of the screen. Okay, the best way to see it is to go to where, computed or something. Yes, okay, look at the padding. Now it's 24. Let's check as we scale. Is it going to remain 24? Now it's 32. Okay, as you can see, it's changing. And then let's check here. Obviously if we can remove this it might change. Let's see, can I be able to change this to show at the bottom? Let's see, guys, if I can quickly do that. If not, I don't really mind much about it. Okay, but as you can see, guys, so this changes from 24 to 32. Okay, and let's say on the bigger screen, okay, meaning that here maybe it's 64, as you can see. So what I'm going to do, my main will accomplish that for me. It will be responsible for the padding, okay, as my layout response. So let's assign that responsibility. Class name. Okay, this is very important. Tailwind adopts a mobile first approach. Okay, so if you do nothing, just like now, it assumes you are on the small screen. Okay, so meaning that, let's say 24 will be the smallest screen. Okay, so px is 24. That means this is going to be the smallest screen. Why? Because I don't have any breakpoints. What are breakpoints? Let me just show you. Tailwind breakpoint. Okay, Tailwind breakpoint. So I'm not sure which one must I click to. Let's see, where is that list? Okay, so first of all, a breakpoint, it's, as you have noticed, that this changes. Okay, this padding changes at a certain point. That point is called a breakpoint. So Tailwind system has got this breakpoint system. It has got a small screen which is 640, let's say, and less, let's just say. And then this one applies this breakpoint on 768 and less. This one applies on large 1024 and less. This one extra large, it applies on 1280 and less. This one very big screens, this width and less. So I hope you understand the idea of breakpoint. So when I'm saying Tailwind breakpoint system, it's a mobile first approach. It means that by default it assumes that you are in a screen that is less than 640. If you want to get it, ask yourself, what if I've got a screen that is less than 640? That will be some sort of a default, the smallest. Okay, so here on 24 we are in the smallest. What if we want to be on 640 and above? We're just going to type here, okay, here, and then SM, which is, this is that 640, and we want px of here, let's make it 32. Okay, not really this way. Let's make it this px24 also, my apologies about that. Let's make it 24 pixels. Okay, something like this. And then here, let's make it 32 pixels. Okay, so we are thinking about responsiveness from the get-go. Okay, 32 pixel, and then this is default SM and MD, which is medium. Let's make it 64 pixel, and LG, let's make it 120 pixels, which is LG, and XL, is it XL, LG, XL? Yes, I think there is XL. And then on XL, which is 120, let's make it to 180, 180, and on 2XL, 120, let's make it 220. Let's see what is it complaining about. This is the padding, left and right. I'm happy with this. Left and right. Let's see what's the complaint. Invalid, let's say class order. All right, to be honest, based on this template, maybe there is some sort of what can I say, a plugin or a program that assists with this. But when you are running like normal a Next.js application, this is not usually an issue. Okay, so let's see what might be the problem when it talks about the order. It's very important that we attend it. Okay, we don't have to be ignorant. Let's see. So this is the default. I'm happy with this. px 24 pixels, I'm happy with it. After the default, the second one is SM, which is the small screen. So let's see first, does it have a problem with this? As you can see, it doesn't have a problem with this. So the next one after SM isn't supposed to be MD. Let's just double check if it has got a problem with MD, where it wants MD to be. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one is the first time I encounter a problem like this. Okay, cool. Remember we said we are going to use ChatGPT as our partner. Then let's just go back here. This is what I meant. Okay, please arrange this in the best Tailwind order. Okay, I hope that's what the error was saying. Invalid Tailwind CSS class name order. Okay, Tailwind class name order. Okay, name order. Let's see what this guy will do. Okay, remember this is our partner. Okay, progressing, adding breakpoints for large screen. As you can see, guys, okay, it follows a certain breakpoint pattern. Okay, so let's look at this and compare with not necessarily with what I did. Okay, I trust ChatGPT still, so I want to compare this with the documentation so that we can have a reference. It's SMMD, and then after MD is LG. I think I did this, and then it's XL, and then it's 2XL. Okay, I'm not sure what was the problem with my original one, but let's just go and compare this with this one. Maybe SM, MD, LG, XL, and 2XL. Maybe I have made some mistake here. Okay, but anyway, we have solved the problem. Okay, as you can see, guys, thanks to ChatGPT as our partner. Okay, so now I'm done with this. So let me test it. This is on main, and then what I want to do, let me type test here. Okay, as you can see, guys, so let's go back to here. Okay, as you can see, guys, now we are here on this screen. Okay, as you can see, here is test. Let's check the responsiveness. Okay, let's check the responsiveness. Okay, there is something interesting here, guys. Do you remember when I didn't know what was this? Okay, there was a point when we started, I hover over this and I was checking what is this, and I really didn't talk about it, but I really didn't know. So it looks like this template, where is it? Things are getting interesting thanks to trying this. Where is GitHub? It looks like this template comes with a lot of cool things. Okay, check here. It's telling me now I am on XL. Okay, something that doesn't happen on a normal template. So now I know this is small. Okay, this is SM, and this is XS. Oh, there is also extra small. Okay, and then where is the default? Okay, as you can see, so XS will take a default in our case. Okay, because we didn't put it there. So as you can see, guys, okay, so this is being achieved by the main container, and it only does that. Okay, that is its own single responsibility. So we are done with the overall responsiveness in terms of padding, and I'm happy with this. So let's go back here and check. Okay, guys, let me quickly pause the video. My phone is vibrating. I just want to check, maybe it's important. My apologies about that. I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to come back. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much. So the next thing that we want to do, let's look at these menu items. Okay, let's create a component that is going to be reusable. Okay, meaning that this is the same thing, this is the same thing, this is the same thing, this is the same thing. Okay, This is just the active prop. This is when it's active. This is not active. As you can see, guys, there is nothing much going on here. Okay, except one thing. I think this color, there is a color here that we don't have in our color system. Let's check. Okay, this color. Okay, and it looks like it's different from this one. Okay, so let's just copy this color and come back here on our Tailwind config. Okay, where is Tailwind config? And then let's add that color. Okay, app muted gray. Let's say this is app muted gray. Okay. All right. So what else do we want to do? We are done with that. Okay, cool. And then ShadCN uses lucid icon. Okay, there is a C here, lucid icons. Let's check here, lucid icons. Okay, as you can see, so guys, I'm going to choose random colors. Okay, sorry, random icons. Okay, so let's go back to where? To here. So let's check our structure. We've got components here. We've got components, which is in small letter. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create my own folder, which is components, but in capital letters. I hope there won't be any conflict. Okay, but in capital letters, these are my component. So what do I mean by component? Every component that is going to be reusable, okay, that I can copy and paste in another code, then that's a component according to me and how I think. You will see why, or as I'm adding more folders, you will understand what's going on here on how I'm planning to do things going forward, even on other project. But this is experimental to me. Okay, to me this is a component. So this component, okay, so if I can reuse it, then it's a component to me. Okay, so this component is going to be nav item. Okay, of course it's a nav item.tsx. Okay, and then I'm going to rafce. Okay, sorry about that. Why it's not working? Okay, rafce. This is what I want. Okay, so in case you might want this shortcut, okay, you want to know how to do that, we can just come here and search for React Redux React Redux. Okay, ES7, I think it's this one. Okay, as you can see, I've got this extension, Redux extension. So if you've got it installed, then you can be able to create those shortcuts. Okay, I'm done with that. So what I'm going to do here, this is TypeScript. I need to accept what? Let's see how are we going to compose this. Let's go back here. Okay, this is going to be an element or a component that will take what as prop. It will take an icon as prop. Okay, we'll take an icon as prop, and it will take the label as prop, which is the name. Okay, so let's design it this way. Let's design it in such a way that let's design it in such a way that it takes the icon as a prop and it take this name as a child. Okay, you will see that will make our life simpler. Okay, so it needs to take children, and also it needs to take the icon. Okay, cool. Since we are using TypeScript, we have to type that. So children, the type of children will be React dot React node. Don't I have that? React node. And then we've got icon. I think icon will be the same. Okay, unless the Lucid icon, they are a different, what can I say, type. Okay, we can just copy and paste that type. Okay, so we've got this. Are the children's mandatory? Yes, you have to have a children. Is the icon mandatory? Is it something that has to be there? No, you can leave the icon if you want to. That's flexibility. So let's put a question mark here so that if we want to, we might not pass the icon. Okay, cool. So as we are developing this component, we might as well use it here or put it here. Okay, we might as well put it here so that what can I say, so that we can see it. Okay, for instance, let me just type here children. Okay, this is children, and the icon prop for now, icon prop, I'm just going to pass a p tag. Okay, a p tag. This is a capital letter P. Okay, let's say test, and then we need to import it. So I'm going to click here next to this M and press Control and press space on Windows. So I'm importing it from capital letter components. So we are good to go. This is supposed to be working. Obviously, since it doesn't have what can I say, the background and the background colors and everything, maybe it's invisible. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, for the sake of time, okay, I'm going to type a lot of code, meaning that now you have to rely on what I'm saying. We will go back to the browser to see it, at least when we have done a lot of things. Okay, so please rely on what I'm saying. Okay, so what's the first thing that I want to do here? Okay, I'm going to render children here. Okay, this is not the best way to render children. Nope. Here it's fine to put children this way. I mean, in our main component, as you can see, these children, I'm not using them. Okay, so I need to put them here. So anything that is a children will come, and that is a child. Okay, anything that is a child, it will come and be inside this div, as you can see. So let's work on this div. This div has got a width and height. Let's put class names. This div has got a width and height. Okay, this is just a random width and height. Let's say the width is 100 pixel and the height is 40. Okay, and the height is 40 pixel, and the rounded, let's put rounded SM, or let's put rounded MD. That means it's going to be rounded. For now, let's make it to have a background color that acts as active. Let's see, BG, which is app, and then muted. Where is, do we have muted? Yes, muted. Is it muted gray or what? I don't think we have this color, guys. I don't think we have it. So for the sake of simplicity, let's just use muted gray, because to me this color looks close to this one. Okay, we are being lazy. Okay, you can come and sample this color and edit there. Okay, so BG app muted gray. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now, time and again, we will be centering things, because whatever child that will be here, we want it to be in a center. Are we going to always type? Let me show you. Flex, justify content, center, and items align center. It's either we always type this when we want to center things, or we can cut this and go to global styles. Where is global styles? I'm inside the app. This is usually global styles in a Next.js application. This is a component. Usually the global styles will be here. Now in this template, looks like things have changed. All right, that's not a problem. I think I can press Ctrl P and type here global. Here is global CSS. I wonder where is it. Okay, it's under styles here. Okay, cool. And then I am going to create my own style, which is, let's say, at layers base. Okay, and then let's see, at layers base. And then how do I extend this? Let me think. I think I can do this dash. Okay, I usually put all my things in capital letters. Why am I doing that? Remember, these are the things that I intentionally, as a developer, put them there. They are not part of Next.js. They are not part of Tailwind. They are not part of anything. So I want them to stand out, to be unique. Why I want them to be unique? Imagine, as a developer, you are being hired to work on this legacy code, and everything that I did, which is not part of the framework, looks like a framework. You might think that this is a Next.js or ShadCN class, or you might think that it's a Tailwind class, and it happened that it's not, doesn't belong to any of those. Okay, so you might move up and down trying to figure out, I wonder what does this. So by creating this as a capital letter, I want this to stand out in your eyes, that there is something weird about this naming. Why is it all caps? Maybe when you follow it, you might see that this is my own declaration. Okay, then you will start to pick up anything that is in capital letters. It's some sort of something that has been declared. Okay, so I hope you get that one. So we've got at here, sorry, we've got this center as a class, and we are going to type at apply, and we are going to apply the styles that we have seen there, as you can see. So meaning that now we've got this class, which we can always use to center things. What is interesting about this class, when we want to change anything here, we can just put it there on a calling module. This will change or it won't apply. So it's like we've got a centering div as a global that we can use even not to center things. I hope I've explained that better. Okay, so you'll understand it when I'm using it. So instead of this, let me just save this without let me save this. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let me save this without putting the center, and let's see what's going on in the code. As you can see, guys, okay, but I don't know why things are not centered. That's not much of a problem. So I want to center this. Let's just go back and see what I've missed. Is there a flex? Oh, okay, that code, I didn't put it here. Okay, so I might as well put this center, guys, because I was going to show you this code with this first, and then I was going to show you center will do the same thing, but I've missed that one. So as you can see, center does this. Okay, what if maybe now we want to align this to start not center? This is what we can do. If we already, I don't know where I am, and I don't know what I've done. Let me just exit here. I don't really need to be here. So as you can see, we've got center here. We can override the justify to start. Okay, easy like that. Everything will apply except the justify. Okay, what are we doing? I hope now you know which principle. DRY, do not repeat yourself. Okay, I hope you clicked that one. Okay, for now we want to use the center as it is. Please forgive me, invalid Tailwind CSS class name order. Okay, there is a width and a height. Okay, now you know that we can always copy this and go to ChatGPT to help us with this. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's just a warning. Okay, so things will still work fine. Maybe in the, obviously if you did it the same way as I did using a ShadCN way, it will give you this warning, but it's not something to write a story about, or it's not something to write a story about. That's what I want to say. Okay, there's no need for us to go to the journalist and write a story about this. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so let's continue, guys. I hope you are learning. In case you do, guys, don't forget, I've got another channel which is Coded UI to help you learn the user interface design with Figma. So guys, please come here in this channel and support it and subscribe. As you can see, we are sitting at 1,580 subscribers. Okay, let's keep it going and keep it flowing. Okay, this is where we are, guys. Okay, let's try to be quick a little bit. So there's one thing that I forgot here, and that is, let's see, what have I forgot here? And that is the active state. Okay, so let's first deal with that. There is a boolean that we need to have here, okay, as a prop, which is active. Which is active. Okay, this is going to be a boolean. Okay, let's see what we can do. Is active, then it's going to be a boolean. Okay, is active, it's a boolean. It might be there, it might not be there, so we need to render it conditionally. So what this thing does, okay, this is icon. So what this thing does, it will put this background based on, is this true? Okay, so that we can some sort of add and remove the background. I hope you get that one. So let's quickly implement that. Okay, we are going to use let me just paste this here for now. We are going to use a function that has been supplied by ShadCN to help us with class collision, okay, or rendering classes dynamically. So it's called CN. I'm going to click here and press Control Space and import it on lib. Okay, it's provided by ShadCN. So here you can put your default styles. Okay, and then you can put the style that you want to render conditionally. Okay, here. Okay, as you can see inside here, what I can do here, I can ask, is active true? I can ask, is active true? If active is true, please put this. Okay, but if not, then return null. Let's see what might be the problem here. Maybe I'm already inside JavaScript. Sorry for that. I don't need to put the code block. I'm already inside JavaScript. Okay, I only put a code block to escape the JSX, the HTML. So here with this function, I'm already there. So I need to ask, is it active? If yes, put this. Okay, as a good programming practice, what I usually do, I always put a space. Okay, as you can see, a space between my class names. Okay, the reason why, when these are being merged together, I don't want this B to sit right next to this M. I always want a space there because that's how class names are implemented. So now that we don't have is active there, suppose there's a change in the UI, as you can see, guys. So this will only be there once we have is active. Where is our prop? Is active. Okay, we can equate this to true if we want to, because it's a boolean. Now, as you can see, is active, or we can even just type it as it is. It will be true. The same thing. Okay, so we are getting there with this highly reusable component. So what else do we want to do? In case you want the source code, guys, please check the link in the description below and subscribe to my Substack. You will receive you will receive an email that will have all the links and the source code. Okay, Figma files and the source code. Okay, cool. So let's continue. So we are done with is active. Okay, let's see. Did we check the responsiveness? Okay, there are some things that lowest hanging fruit, things like hover. Things like hover looks like they are not lowest hanging fruit, because when you hover over it, what's the color going to be? When you hover over it, let's go back here. When you hover over this, I wish the color can change to primary for both the icon and the text. Is that possible? Is that possible? Now, this will force me to create a high order component. I'm going to make it possible. Okay, I think this is an ideal candidate for high order component for the sake of showing you, okay, based on the problem we are in now. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this, and then when I've actually hit the problem so that you can see it, then I will introduce the high order component. Let's go back to where is our ChatGPT for? As you can see, in terms of here are some common React design pattern, the container presentation pattern. I will talk about this when we are actually implementing as it is, but now we are going to implement this one. Okay, I think even on my LinkedIn I created a post about this. I'm new into LinkedIn. I don't know where to check my own posts. Okay, somebody can help me. I want to check my own post. I don't know. Okay, I recently joined LinkedIn. I don't have much time in it. Okay, but it's not important anyway. But I have posted something about high order component. I'm going to teach you that. Okay, so let's continue, guys. In case you didn't know, we've got this course. It's very interesting. Okay, you can search on Udemy, Matthew Msingati, if you want to learn more about the things that I'm teaching. I've got a Udemy course here. Okay, you can come and support me. Okay, with that being said, let's continue, guys. Okay, so the hover is not as easy as we think it is. Okay, so what do I mean by that? This means that, okay, I need to hover over the parent and the child needs to change. Okay, let's see. So let's see. So I'm going to put group here. Okay, I'm going to put group here, and then let's go to the child. Okay, here is am I on the right place? My apologies, I'm not in the right place. Let's delete this hover first. I'm applying this to main, whereas I want to apply it here. My apologies about that, guys. Okay, so let's see. So I want to put group here on the parent container, as you can see, guys, and then this child now, let me render it as a p tag. Okay, as a paragraph. As you can see, it's going to be a text anyway. Then I want the class name, and then I want group hover. Do we have something like that? Group dash hover. Yes. Okay, and then I want text dash app primary. What do I mean about this group? I'm trying to say this guy, this child, will listen to the hover event, let's say, or effect from the group. Once it detects that, it will apply this. Let's go back and check if that will happen. As you can see, guys, perfect. Okay, I'm happy with this. What else? Okay, I'm happy with this. And then when you hover over another group, hover again. Okay, another group hover. What do I want to do? I want the cursor pointer. Okay, that one I'm not going to test. It's easy. Okay, I'm not going to test that one. Okay, it will change to a pointer. Now let's see. we will be receiving an icon, okay? And then it's going to be part of the children. So let me render it here, okay? It's going to be part of the children. And then we've got two ways to solve this problem, and we need to look for the most efficient one. It's either we create a high order component, which is going to obviously take some time and okay, or we can try this first, okay? With HTML, you can govern the style of the children based on the parent. So we are going to in CSS, okay? So not necessarily in HTML, in CSS. So we are going to try to solve this problem using CSS first, which is very easy, efficient, and simple, highly scalable. So let's try that. I'm going to wrap this because I'm going to wrap this in a p tag. Why am I doing that? Icons by nature, they behave like text, okay? They've got all the properties of a text. So I'm going to render this icon here, and using CSS object literal. What do you mean by object literal? Oh, okay, sorry, I've got two code blocks there. So I'm going to copy this, okay? I'm going to copy this, and also the hover. Do I need it? Yes, on the group hover as well. Okay, let me just copy this as it is and put it here before we attempt the high order component, okay? Okay, so paste this. So meaning that this guy will have a text of this color once you hover over this, and it will transfer those properties to the guy that is here. Let's first test by putting in here, not necessarily an icon, because a React node, it consists of a lot of things. It accommodates a lot of things. It can be a normal text, it can be a div, it can be whatever. Also, it can be an icon. So we are going to first test this. Here is test child, okay? As you can see, we already got an icon here. We tested that. Where is it? As you can see, in this icon, we have passed a div. We might as well type icon, okay, so that you can easily see it. So let's go back here, guys. As you can see, so icon is there. Let's see when we hover over this, is icon going to change also? It does, okay? The only thing that I don't see here is the cursor pointer, as you can see, guys. So we don't really have to implement the high order component. If this solves the problem, we will take this problem because it's the easiest, okay? As simple and most efficient, okay? So let's check the hover, why it's not applying. Okay, let's see. On group hover, yes, on group hover, okay, change the cursor to pointer. The cursor of what? This is wrong, guys, okay? My apologies about that. This is wrong, okay? I just need to create a hover on the parent container, which is here, okay? Hover, and then cursor pointer, okay? My apologies about that. Okay, so where you are here, this must change to a cursor pointer, as you can see. So if we can pass an icon here, I am expecting it to change the color as well. Let's just test that. Unless it doesn't, then we will go back to the high order component approach. So let's try to mimic this as much as I can. Let me just look for a dashboard. Dashboard. Here is a dashboard. Okay, do I want a component name or a component JSX? Let's check here. Let's look for JSX for now. So I'm going to take this JSX and push it. Also, guys, please don't be confused. Here we are creating the reusable component, and here we are using it. So now I'm here where we are using it. Instead of passing this, I'm going to pass the actual component. I'm going to come here, control and press space, and then I'm going to import this from Lucid React. I'm not going to give it a color. Let's go back here and check. As you can see, okay, it takes the same color. And then let's see, as you can see guys, exactly what we want to do. So there is no need necessarily for, what can I say, there is no need necessarily for high order component. We have just used CSS to solve the problem. Kumbaya. Let's continue guys. So what I want to do now, let's go back to the mockup. These words are not equal in size, as you can see, so we can't have a definite width here. Okay, let's go back to our mockup. I'm happy with everything, but we can't have a definite width. The height can be a specific one, but the width, it cannot. So let's check here. Where is this guy? This is the guy that we want. The width is 100. We don't want that. The width is going to be auto, okay, or it can be fit, one of the two. And then we need to have the padding, okay, the px. Let's make it 3. Okay, sorry, the px, okay, padding horizontal, let's make it 3. Okay, the height of auto looks like it's really a problem. My apologies. Let's go for fit, because auto now it looks like it spans across the entire container. Let's make it fit to say it must wrap the content. Okay, fit content, as you can see, so it must wrap the content. I'm happy with that. Let's just check if we are right. Yes, so meaning that if we got a longer name, this will expand. Now there is no gap between these guys. Let's see. We've already got the center. If we want to here, because the center has got a flex, we can put a gap of, let's just put 3 as well and see. Let's put 2. I'm happy with this. We have just created a reusable component and a scalable one, something that you can copy to your own code. Okay, so guys, I am Matthew Msengati. I'm a designer and I'm a developer. If you might want a one-on-one session, you can just come here and click here for a discovery call. Within an hour, I'm going to answer most of your questions that you have with Next.js, best practices, design pattern, and more. Okay, so let's go back here and keep it flowing and keep it going. So we've just got this reusable component. I'm happy with this. What else can we do? Let's check the mockup. Okay, we are done with this part. So I hope you have seen how to create reusable components. Okay, that's how you do it. This means that you can create this edit as a reusable component. A lot of things you can create it as a reusable component. So another best practice now, we will implement it here. Okay, which is, I think here I'm going to create the compound component. I'm going to use this pattern. What is its name? It's context provider pattern. We are going to use compound component pattern. Okay, but in implementing it, is this React? Yes. Where is the no, not the container, I think it's the context provider or the context, but not controller, not hooks, not context API. Okay, this is a pattern. Okay, I think it's usually called the context provider pattern. Okay, controlled vessels, uncontrolled inputs. Are we going to get there? We will see, guys. Okay, we will see. State management pattern. Okay, maybe I might use Jotai here for managing the state. We will see what we can do, but this is going to be packed with a lot of best practices. If you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe. Let's continue and keep it going and keep it flowing like water. So we are done with this where we were. Okay, so what I want to do now, I think I'm ready, guys, to create this. Okay, cool. Now let's create another component, which is the navigation menu, which is the left navigation menu. Okay, there are 2 ways to go about it. We can just take these components and stack them one on top of each other on the main component. We can do that, but we want to create a very efficient and a reusable code. Okay, this is what we are going to do. Now we are going to create a navigation container, a left navigation container. The left navigation container will be responsible for consuming a list of these from a data as an array, and it's going to loop through that list and it's going to render these. So we are not going to render this way. Okay, let's do that. So let's go to the component. Okay, check here on my experimental folder structure. I always ask myself, is the component that I'm going to create reusable, or it's very specific? This component is going to render left navigation menus, not all of the menus. It's very specific. It will make use of these prop. So if it's very specific, in my experimental folder structure, it's an element. Okay, I call it an element. So elements, okay, so elements are more like a code that is very specific to the application. Okay, it's not reusable. Okay, to me, it's a component, a capital letter one, when I'm going to reuse it. Okay, so when I'm starting a new project, I can copy this folder, components, according to me, the capital letter one, and reuse everything that is inside. If somebody is looking for a specific app code, you can just come here to element. Why I decided to do things this way? I have tried a lot of things. Okay, I don't want to lie. I've seen different folder structures until I realized that there is a problem with nesting, or with a lot of nested folders. Let's say here we are going to have components. Inside components, we are going to have UI. Inside UI, we are going to have ShadCN. Inside ShadCN, we are going to have reusable. This has drained my energy. If I want to know where the navigation item is, okay, I need to go here and go here and go here, and I realize that I'm spending time moving up and down the code. Okay, obviously there is a shortcut to just come here and go to definition. Okay, it will take you to exactly where it has been defined. It works and I don't have a problem with it, but it doesn't give me a map. Let me show you. It doesn't give me a map, or the other developer a map, or the blueprint of the application. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, based on this map, I can guide you into this application. This is the high order component. This folder is for this place is for that, this place is for that. What if maybe I had a certain program, or a certain spaceship, or a certain truck that will take you exactly to where you want to go without showing you this map? You get into the truck, you press a button, it will take you there. You will only get out and do whatever that you want to do, get in, and it will take you home. Would you have a mental picture, a bird's eye view, a helicopter view of the area? Believe me, you might be my neighbor without noticing it, because you are not sure where you are. You are in US or in Nigeria, you get into the truck, you press a button, it takes you to South Africa. You don't have a clue about it. Okay, you might think, no, going to South Africa, it might be longer. What if maybe you took a flight? It's going to be quick. The matter of, I'm not sure, I've never traveled with a flight, maybe a matter of hours, and then you are here, get into my home and go out and go back. People will ask you, where are you from? You will say, I don't know, I just from that house. What house is it? Where is it? You don't know. So there are some cool tricks, okay, things that some other people might feel like, no, it's unnecessary, I've got a quick way of doing it, or Control P and then I will type here nav, but you won't have a mental picture. So I also wanted to know my application and have a mental picture of where things are. Nested folders have drained my energy up until I came up with this simple structure. It's either it's an element or it's a component. Okay, let's continue.